Hiya, folks. Are we live? It's all good. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. My name's Andy, and I started this channel, Forgotten World of Movies, a couple of months ago. Just talking about movies that I grew up with, my favourite movies by year. And yeah, I just thought it'd be great to start this my first live feed with Q&A. So if anyone's watching, just get your questions in about movies. Be happy to answer them. Handful of you watching so far. So yeah, thought I'd give this a go, see how it goes. But yeah, not started too long ago now, about 2 months, and really happy to have received the amount of subscribers I've seen. I never thought I'd get as many that quickly. Um, but yeah, just thought it was really good. Get your questions in if you're watching. Excuse me. So, oh, I've asked Man Horror. Thumbs up to you too. Cracking channel, mate. Thanks. Yours is pretty good too. Yeah, thanks very much. I know I don't do a lot of on-camera stuff, but I'd like to keep the focus on the films themselves rather than me. But yeah, I'm not used to the camera at all yet. But I just thought, better to take the plunge and give it a go. See what live streaming's all about. Probably stay on here for about an hour or so. How many movies have I got? Oh, God, it's probably in the realm of about 4,000. I'd say probably about 3,000 DVDs and about 3,000 DVDs and about 1,000 Blu-rays. I don't have any 4Ks. That's not really something I've got into the realm of collecting at all yet. Just probably because it took me so long to upgrade my favorite films from DVD to Blu-ray that I just really don't want to do that again with 4K. But yeah, it's probably somewhere in between 4,500, 4,000 films. Not seen them all yet though. I'm coming up close to about seeing 4,000 films. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff I own which I haven't seen yet. So yeah, that's just two sort of shelves I've got. There's three behind the laptop here. Well, each one probably holds about 52 movies, but they are double stacked as well. So what you're seeing behind them, there's another layer as well. So yeah, if anyone's got any more questions, just throw them in. I absolutely do need a bigger room soon. It's absolutely insane the way this is growing. It's some people say it's a sickness, but I'd have that any day, to be honest. But yeah, no, it is quite kind of scary how fast it grows. You lose track. Never lost track of the films I've owned though. Never double bought unnecessarily. Um, but yeah, it's absolutely insane how fast it grows sometimes. Yeah. Don't know if anyone's read those two books that are there. the 1001 movies to see before you die and TV shows to watch. About halfway through the film one. Well, yeah. No, I don't have an app to keep tabs on the films. I just everything I watch, I rate and score on IMDb, and add it to a list of films I've seen. But other than that, I don't keep tabs on anything I own or the format I own it on. But yeah, no, it's one of those things that just sticks in the mind, pretty much. But yeah, quite impressed. We got 3 people watching. I thought no one's going to turn up, but yeah. No, just thanks for tuning in and getting involved. Yeah, really good. 100 science movies to watch. Needs updating. Yeah, yeah. Oh, my good friend Mike's in. Favorite Clint Eastwood movie? Oh, that's a hard one. I'll throw back a question. Clint Eastwood movie that he's in or directed or both? Because for me, one he's in, probably Dirty Harry. Both. Play Misty was his first one, wasn't it, that he directed? So I massively enjoy that one. I do like Gran Torino as well. American Sniper. Yeah, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly's quality. That's a really good film. My favorite one of the trilogy is the second one, though. But yeah, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is a proper movie. It's really good. Never seen The Rookie. Never seen it. Need to. That's one I need to write down on my list. Oh, check out. But all the films I've seen, you might be surprised to know that there are a handful that I've never heard of or never seen. But yeah, no. I love the new one he did, The Mule, as well. That was really good. Good action film, but long. Yeah. Clint Eastwood's signature box set last week, so working my way through that. Yeah, that's something I need to look at as well. I mean, he's got so many good movies to his name. I wasn't a big fan of the J. Edgar one though that he did with DiCaprio. That didn't really do much for me. What's the one as well he did about the terrorists on the train? Was it 317 to Paris or something like that? And I heard it was just absolutely awful, so I never bothered. I never bothered watching that one. Yeah, I've got a stack of Blu-rays as well I bought, which I'm hopefully going to film a video tomorrow on my June pickups of the month. Won't spoil it into what I got, but there's a Star Wars purchase I made, which has really rekindled my love for that franchise. But yeah, Clint Eastwood movies, man. Yeah, I mentioned The Mule, didn't I? I absolutely love that. I watched it not too long ago, actually, a couple of days ago. Not my favorite director though, but he does churn out some good quality when he's on game. Favorite year of movies? There's so many, but for me, probably the standout in 1994. Like you had some absolute home runs in that year with Shawshank, Pulp Fiction, Forrest Gump, Ed Wood, Leon, Lion King, just absolutely insane. But saying that though, 1993 was really good as well. Movies like The Sandlot, Jurassic Park, Schindler's List. Um, saying that, I'd say 1999 and 1994 are the two sort of real solid ones of the 90s. 86 was a good one as well with Aliens. Um, yeah, I'd say probably my favorite decade though is the 80s. I mean, my word, you just wouldn't get movies like that made today. Creativeness was just off the charts. Um, with that decade, it was just balls to the walls. Anyone was just doing what they wanted. Um, but yeah, absolutely insane. But favorite year, probably 94. Yeah, yeah, 1994, man. It was just so good. I actually remember going to see the cinema, see The Lion King, um, for the first time, and that stampede scene just blew me away. I thought it was just absolutely fantastic stuff. And then obviously, I suppose if you've not seen it, tragedy happens. Um, but yeah, 80s rock, especially for horror, absolutely yes. The slasher genre just dominated that decade. Um, Halloween sequels, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Child's Play, Fright Night, one of my favorite horror films ever. Well, I'm sorry if I've spoiled The Lion King for you, if I've mentioned anything, but it's a spectacle of a movie. It's Disney's best looking movie. It's very sort of Shakespearean with its tale, but fully recommend it. It's it's absolutely brilliant. The Lion King. Um, yeah, 80s horror, just absolutely brilliant. Flipping love Fright Night. Yeah, I I think it's probably in the top three vampire films for me, like ever. Um, I love the 1931 Dracula, and I love Francis Ford Coppola's one as well. Um, but yeah, just absolutely not a massive fan of animated films. Fair enough. Um, yeah, then it's whatever floats your boat, really. If you're not into something, you're not into something. You're probably never going to be. But it's I'd say it's worth a watch at least once. But if you're not into it, then you're not into it. You know what I mean? That's absolutely fine. Um, but yeah, Fright Night, man. The music in that movie as well is just it's on point. It's so good. I mean, I love that scene where Chris Sarandon just walks into that disco and he just completely just commands what his presence is just known as soon as he walks in. He's so good. Very underrated actor as well. It's great to see him come back in another Tom Holland movie, Child's Play. Really good. Salem's Lot, Lost Boys, and Fright Night. Yeah, I've only seen Salem Lot once. Um, I have it fully enough on VHS. Never really got a chance to update it, but Lost Boys, yeah, one of Joel Schumacher's best movies. For me, that and Falling Down. I really like Phone Booth and Flatliners as well, but Lost Boys, superb. And there's little hints on rewatching that film. You can sort of tell who the lead vampire is. Um, but yeah, how do I feel about Fright Night 2? It's not as good as the first, but I still really like it. Um, yeah, I sort of feel like the connection's a little bit tagged on, but Fright Night 2, it was great to see Charlie and Peter come back. It was a shame Evil Ed didn't, but he turned the role down, and we all know what happened to him after that, what he got into. Um, but yeah, Fright Night 2 is pretty good. I really, really, really like Fright Night 2. I think it's a very underrated sequel and totally worth a watch. Jerry is super cool in Fright Night. Yes, he is. He is just the way he can seduce people. Um, just like completely steals Charlie's girl. So the Flatliners is so stylish. Yes, it is. It has an awesome cast. Um, Flatliners. I'm talking about Schumacher's one, not the remake. Um, but yeah, Julia Roberts, Keith Sutherland, Oliver Platt, Kevin Bacon, just that cast is brilliant. Worth it for Roddy McDowall, yes. They sort of flip with Fright Night 1 and 2. It's kind of like Charlie's trying to convince um, Peter that the vampire exists, but in the second one, it's Peter who's trying to convince Charlie about the vampires. Yeah, I think Fright Night 2 is actually, hang on. I've got a Region 1 DVD of it. I just think Fright Night 2 is really, really underrated, and it needs a Blu-ray release. This would be a perfect Arrow release for me. Kind of like how Arrow released Psycho 2. I just think they should release Fright Night 2. To be honest, that's an Arrow title in waiting, in my opinion. Just yeah, it's such an underrated horror film. It's not no masterpiece, but it's so perfectly enjoyable and entertaining. You know what you're getting into. Yeah, I just think it's pretty good. This one to me though is it's just on point. It's a great widescreen horror film. Yeah. There's a Spanish Blu-ray of it, which is pretty solid. I've not come across that, but I will keep an eye out for it. I'm sort of trying to pick up some more Blu-rays, but yeah, for me, it's an Arrow release waiting to happen, in my opinion. Um, yeah, just Fright Night 2 is just it's up there for me for underrated sequels. It's up there for me with the likes of like Gremlins 2. Um, no, it's not as good as the original, but it's still a good film, still a watchable film. If that makes sense. Sorry about that. I think my dog's barking. But yeah, it's got a lot of sort of character actors in it as well that I never really noticed the first time. It's got if anyone's seen Napoleon Dynamite, it's got Uncle Rico in Fright Night 2 as well, and he was in Taken as well. It's like one of Liam Neeson's mates. It's got the guy who plays the main villain in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. He's in it as well. And he just has such a parade of death scene in it. It just really is weird. For F-13 Part 2 to the original. I can see that. Yeah, yeah. Um, Friday the 13th part one is, I think there's a few things missing from that film that are keeping it from being great. But two, just I think the deaths are a lot more creative in two. I probably enjoyed Jason being the main villain in two, better than his mum in the first one. But for some reason, one's always the one that I come back to the most. I don't know why. But for me, probably my favorite out of the Friday movies is part three. I love the music and the opening score under the titles, just absolutely superb. So good, my opinion. But part two is pretty good. I like the design of him in that before he got the hockey mask, just with this sack over his head with the little peephole. But yeah, I just think I love those horror films. They're perfect slasher films. They're just sort of mindless kills in creative ways. Just, that one's so slow, yeah. Part two is much better suspense and jump scares. Yeah, is it part two where the guy in the wheelchair gets the machete to the face? Like, I freaking love that. That makes me jump. Yeah, part one's very. It's trying to build atmosphere. Part one, and it takes its time doing it. But yeah, part two is a quality sequel to that film. Yeah, just really good. Yeah, yeah. I still, they're different and that's good. But I still watch them. They're not perfect movies. They're flawed films, but they're so entertaining. You get them. And I like it when people's favorite ones are different all the time. It's pointless all agreeing all the that our favorites are all the same. Just makes for a boring conversation. But yeah, yeah. I personally enjoy part six. Part six is has a lot of fun. A lot of fun to it. Don't remember much about part seven, but I just remember part eight being really disappointing. You need to get off now. That's absolutely fine, mate. Thanks for checking in. Um, and your questions. It's really massive help, and thanks so much. So have a good evening. Last 20 minutes of Runaway. Runaway after. I don't know that. Is that a TV show or a film? I've never heard of that. Great stream, bro. Thanks very much. So I've currently got 3 people watching. Yep. If you're watching, get your questions in. Love to talk about movies, obviously. Um, I'm just testing the waters with this live stream just to see what it's really like. Tom Selleck, 1984. I'll jot that down. And add that to my list. You said Tom Selleck's in it, so that's always a good sign. I think he's a very underrated actor, actually, Tom Selleck. Got any of the HMV premium Blu-rays? If so, any favorites? I don't actually collect the premium Blu-rays. To go film Amazon Prime. Cool. I don't actually collect any of the premium Blu-rays just because I have some of those films on DVD and I have some of them on Blu-ray already. And I just think they're quite expensive for what they are. They're a great series of packaged films. They look great, but for me, they're just not worth picking up at the minute. Take care, guys. You too. Yeah, and again, thanks for popping in. But yeah, it's just that they're quite expensive, when they're not on offer. But as I said, I've already got a lot of films in that collection already, which I'm quite happy with on DVD. And I've got some of them on Blu-ray already. Like I've got, I think The Shining's part of it and Clockwork Orange, and I already have that in a Kubrick box set. So it's like I don't really want to spend money, replacing it for packaging. I hate when a series of films come out and the spines are numbered. I am a sucker for trying to complete collections with numbered spines to them. I hate it so much. I kind of hated it the way the Powerhouse Indicator ones did. I stopped collecting those because they were just way too expensive. I'm trying to think of what films are out on premium. I love Gremlins 2. Gremlins 2 is awesome. Badlands. I think The Two Jakes as well, which was a sequel, I believe, to Chinatown. But yeah, I don't know. I've never really seen the need to buy them just because I own the films already. Some of them, and I'm just quite happy with them with what I've got. I don't really want to delve into that, but I think what they're doing is great. There are some films in that collection that I've never seen before. Like I want to get Innocent Blood. I think it's called, and there's one with Paul Newman as well. Oh God, it escapes me what it's called. But yeah, I did update some DVDs that I owned previously onto Blu-ray, such as the Star Trek collection, which I'll be talking about in my June pickups, either tomorrow or Wednesday. But yeah, the premium collection, man, I just think they're so well packaged and so well presented, and a great selection of films. There are some really good ones in there, but I kind of like source them more cheaply on DVD and on like sort of first release Blu-ray. But yeah, it just that's a series that could just go on and on and on and then take up an entire shelves, which would just go on and on and on forever. In my opinion. But yeah, I'm coming close now to sort of wrapping up, rewatching everything from 2018. So I'm getting my list together for that done. I don't know when I'm going to be filming my next video, which is 2008. I think pretty much everyone's going to have the same favorite film that year, and I'm no exception. It's a very obvious film from 2008, which we all sort of needed and deserved at the time it came out. But yeah, I'm just wrapping up doing my list for 2018 at the minute. But yeah, if anyone else has got any questions, we're down to 2. But I hope this is good. I'm so glad the input, whoever's watching is putting in as well. It's really really good. I'm just testing the waters with this for the first time just to see how it goes. Um, yeah, I just thought let's try a live stream and see what happens, and some great topics coming up. What future films am I looking forward to? Uh, James Bond, No Time to Die. Um, that's really an exciting one. I rewatched Bohemian Rhapsody again with Rami Malek, and I just really can't wait to see what he does with this. Um, I assume he plays the villain. Um, I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does in that film. Um, Daniel Craig, not my favorite Bond um, by any means. I know I'm of the unpopular opinion of not liking Casino Royale that much as everyone else does. I think my favorite Bond film of his is Skyfall. But I'm sort of looking forward to seeing what he does. The odd numbered Daniel Craig ones seem to be better than the even ones, so I am really looking forward to No Time to Die. Black Widow as well. Um, what else have we got that's coming out soon? Quite a few stuff I've seen at the cinema quite recently as well, which I absolutely loved. I went to see Father, which was a really good film with Anthony Hopkins. Cruella was so much fun. Um, Quiet Place 2 was amazing. Um, Went to see Kong versus Godzilla. Humans sucked, but the fight scenes were awesome. I also went to see Judas and the Black Messiah. That was a movie I really loved. Daniel Kaluuya is just one of those actors who's going from strength to strength. The Father hit me right in the feels. Absolutely, I think The Father is one of the best films. Um, I won't say it came out this year, but it's very difficult to sort of class which year that came out in because of COVID and things like that. But it's one of the best years that I've seen this year. It's one of the best cinema experiences I've had. I just absolutely loved how that film was made and how it sort of put us in the shoes of Anthony Hopkins, um, who's clearly going through some form of dementia or Alzheimer's. And it really captured that, I thought, with how that film was made. Um, it sort of confused us as well as to who the characters were. And it sort of made us question, who's this and why are they doing that, and then obviously by the end we sort of it all comes a bit clear to us. But I thought Anthony Hopkins was superb in that film. Fully deserved of the Oscar as well. Just absolutely brilliant performance. He just really tapped into something there, in my opinion. But yeah, if you've not seen it, it's not like a film to go and see with like a gang of your friends and that, and just um, go in and sit down and be a bit rowdy. Absolutely not. That's a very profound film. Um, Deserves the attention that it needs. It's brilliant. The Father. But yeah, I'm trying to think more future releases. The Batman looks good. Um, I'm so glad that Robert Pattinson is sort of shaking off the dust of his Twilight era. It's so good to see him branch and become a better actor, rather than a movie star, if that makes sense. Movies like Good Time were brilliant. Yeah, he's really really coming into his own, and I love it when actors I don't like change my opinion about them. McConaughey did that as well. I just thought, oh my god, he is such a one-note actor. Like, why? How does he churn out all of these fucking stupid rom-coms all the time? And then he just really surprised me with movies like Mud and Dallas Buyers Club, and I was like, right, this guy's taking it more seriously now. He's getting my attention. But yeah, Robert Pattinson's starting to do that now. I'm sort of taking him more seriously. But yeah, the Batman's just is one I'm really really looking forward to. Yeah, trying to think what else are we getting that's coming out soon. Probably as well. I'm really really super intrigued to see what this new Spider-Man film's like. With what they're doing with it. I hope all the rumors we're hearing are true, and it just delivers this absolutely insane movie. Because I think that's probably the next possible step for the MCU. But we really need a trailer for that film soon. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. So what else? I think what else is coming out this year, because I know there's some big stuff coming out next month. Oh, another film I went to see at the cinema as well was Nobody with Bob Odenkirk. I thought that was brilliant. I thought that had so much entertaining factors to it. Probably falls into that same bracket of like Taken and John Wick, but with Bob Odenkirk, and I loved it. It was great to see Christopher Lloyd in another film as well. But yeah, that movie had so much action to it. I was so surprised by it. It just put a smile on my face, that film. I thought it was brilliant. Really, really good. Yeah, but getting back to The Father, man, that movie was something else. I've never ever seen a movie like that either. Just really, really surprised me with its techniques to sort of confuse us as well. Brilliant performances in it as well. That guy who was in I can never remember his name. He was in Judy and he was in Dark City. Pretty much the sort of intolerant son-in-law. He just wound me up him. And yeah, Mark Gatiss as well. Super. Olivia Colman. Great cast. Yeah, refreshing take. Yeah, just it's just brilliant. Just didn't just wasn't what I expected at all. Very very well handled. in my opinion. So it was really well done. Yeah, as I said, it's a movie you've got to be in the right frame of mind for watching. But yeah, it's up there for me with his Silence of the Lambs work. Just absolutely brilliant. Did I catch any of the other Best Picture nominees? Yes. I watched Judas and the Black Messiah. As I said, absolutely brilliant. I really, really enjoyed Nomadland. I thought that was, again, such another well done film. Just absolutely brilliant. You know, Frances McDormand just getting strength to strength as well. Anything she's in turns to gold, in my opinion. I absolutely love Fargo. I love Three Billboards as well. And that being a third Oscar win, just brilliant. Promising Young Woman as well. I really thought that movie was a ton of fun. Great surprise and ending to it as well. Haven't seen Minari yet. What else was sort of got a bit of Oscar's attention? It's kind of like a difficult year just because of COVID. Nomadland was great, probably deserved the win in the end. Yeah, Nomadland was superb. Minari was okay, not my favorite, but pretty good. Yeah, I'm looking to hopefully get that next month. Pick the Blu-ray up on that, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. Oscar films can be very hit and miss when they get the buzz, but I'm looking forward to seeing what that film's all about. But yeah, Nomadland was something else. I loved that conversation she has at the end. That fella, you know, about how he meets people, but he never says goodbye. That was just something that really hit me, and I thought that was just brilliant filmmaking. You know what? Another round with Mads Mikkelsen. I need to see that because he is such an excellent actor. I recently watched At Eternity's Gate with Willem Dafoe. Not a great movie, but Mads Mikkelsen was the best part of that film. Another round. It's done by same director as The Hunt, isn't it? And that is my favorite horror foreign film of all time, The Hunt. Yeah, I really need to see another round. That is one that is definitely on my list to see soon. But yeah, I think the first film I saw with Mads Mikkelsen was Casino Royale, and I just wasn't impressed at all. But his stuff away from that, oh god, he's brilliant. Another round might beat it for you. I have to see another round. There's a few similar actors in it. The Hunt is a very dark film that touches on some really sensitive stuff. But yeah, another round. I really have to check that one out. I need to check if it's still playing in cinemas, but unfortunately, I think there's a lot more coming out, which might sort of bump it. But as soon as we can get it on Blu-ray, I'll be there front of the row grabbing that film. It's the Hunt, yeah. Again, the Hunt's not. It's not a movie for the faint of heart, shall I say. It's kind of a bit like The Father. You have to be in the right frame of mind for it. Can be a very upsetting film, but I think it needs to be seen at least once. Just pretty much about this little lie that gets told and how it spirals into a life destroying situation. But yeah, another round is one I'm really looking forward to seeing. Because yeah, Mads Mikkelsen's another actor who has really impressed me. And I've heard he's supposed to be taking over from Johnny Depp from the Fantastic Beasts films, but see what he does there. Yeah, I've seen a few trailers for Another Round, and I have to say it does look like something that's right up my alley. To be honest, I love the music in it. I love what I've seen so far of the film, and I hope it's as good as it looks. And Mike, I know your taste in films; you're pretty spot on. So yeah, I'm looking forward. Yeah, definitely recommend it. Um, yeah, as soon as I get the chance to see that, I will. Um, yeah, because as I said, he's an actor that's just really sort of won me over, shall I say? Um, he's great in Doctor Strange as well uh, as a villain. He's got a very unique voice to him as well. I love how that guy sounds. Um, but yeah, anything he's in, I will gladly sit down and watch. Uh, just superb actor. Trying to think what other sort of uh, movies came out this Oscar season. Um, as well because we had Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman. Oh, I'll tell you what was a good one. Um, Trial of the Chicago Seven. I massively enjoyed that film, and I hope we see a Criterion Blu-ray release of that film, like The Irishman and like Marriage Story. Um, I thought Trial of the Chicago Seven was brilliant and just an absolutely enthralling and entertaining film. Um, yeah, I thought that was so good. Great cast to it as well. Sacha Baron Cohen. Really good to see Michael Keaton in there as well. One of my favorite actors of all time. Um, but yeah, I just thought that movie was absolutely fantastic. I'm not a big fan of streaming services, but if that's the only way to watch the film, um, I'll do it. But yeah, Trial of the Chicago 7 was one that really, really impressed me, and I thought it was just really, really good. Yeah, there's been some, despite COVID and that, there's been some really, really good movies that we've had. We got to see Wonder Woman 84 late last year, which was okay, wasn't great. It was just sort of nice to get back to the cinema, given everything that's got was going on. Cruella's one that's completely worth seeing, in my opinion. I thought it was um, just an absolute blast. If you go into it with low expectations, it really, really surprised me. I just had so much fun with it. But yeah, Oscar season, man. Some just some absolute great stuff. What else did I watch? There was one with Chadwick Boseman. Is it Mar? Oh God, what was it called? Oh my God, I can't even think of her name now. Who? Oh, she was in Fences and played Amanda Waller in Suicide Squad. Oh God, I've just got drawn a blank. Sorry about that. Oh my God, what was her name? Oh, that's gonna wind me up. Ah, um, Viola Davis. Oh, that's it. Yeah, Viola Davis. But I can't remember the name of the film now. Oh my God. Um, it was a bit of like a sort of musician film. I thought it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was good to see another one of his final Chadwick Boseman's performances. But yeah, um, yeah, I'm definitely keeping an eye out for another round though. Really, really looking forward to anything with Mads Mikkelsen. Yeah, just absolutely brilliant, brilliant actor. Just one who's won me over, and I love it when actors do that. Um, as I said, him, McConaughey, Robert Pattinson, sort of awaken their magic and are being able to do more work that they can really get their teeth into. Really, and it's really impressing me with some of the stuff they're doing more lately. Yeah, if anyone else has got any more questions, I love talking about sort of like underrated movies as well. Um, have you seen any of my videos talking about sort of the underrated gems? Yeah, just brilliant, brilliant films in my opinion. But yeah, so looking forward to that film all around. Um, so yeah, we're coming up close to about what 55 minutes now. So yeah, this isn't going to be. I'm so glad that everyone who's watched and everyone who's got involved in this. This was just me testing the waters to see how pretty much live streams work. I don't know if I'm going to make this a regular thing or not. But I'm more than happy if anyone wants to get in touch and do collabs and things like that. I'm more than happy to be on camera, talking about films and getting some great conversations going. But yeah, as I said, this was just me testing the water to see how this goes. So do be kind in the comments and things like that. If you can't be, if you don't want to be respectful, then just keep that to yourself. But yeah, we're coming up to, we're getting closer to the hour mark now, so I will pretty much wind this down, and say, thanks for everyone's input tonight. Really, really, it's really impressed me. I thought no one was going to turn up. But yeah, it's great to see people's questions and people's comments. Yeah, as I said, I'm completely open. If anyone wants to get in touch with me on Magpie Movies Facebook page, find me on there and just message me, and I'll be more than happy to arrange doing a collab video or anything of that nature, anything of that that type of thing, just to discuss movies on YouTube. Why not? So yeah, I'll end the stream there, and I'll just say I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you're new, think about subscribing. I love to talk about movies. I'm finding my feet with this YouTube thing. For the first time, I've only been on here a short time. So yeah, I'll just say thanks very much for watching. Take care and stay safe. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.